You know how it is. You're scrolling online and you see a health ad that sounds, well, amazing. But you get that little feeling, that little question. Is this for real? Well, today, we're going to take one of those headlines and break it down word by word to see the powerful language that's hiding in plain sight. And here it is. This is the star of our show today. Mysterious Red Phenol resets metabolism. It's short, it's catchy, and wow, does it make a big promise. Now, just to be clear, our goal here isn't to investigate some specific pill or powder. It's to investigate the language itself, how these words work together to convince you. So here's our game plan. We're going to start with the claim, then get grounded in the real science of metabolism. After that, we'll dig into that red phenol clue, question the promise of a reset, and uncover the sneaky power of buzzwords. And we'll finish up by building a simple toolkit you can use anytime. All right, let's dive in. First things first, we're putting on our detective hats. We're not looking at a product, we're looking at a message and trying to figure out how these words are so carefully chosen to be so persuasive. Okay, so to really understand the claim, we have to start on solid ground. And that means starting with the one word in that sentence that most of us have heard 1,000 times, metabolism. This is going to be our scientific anchor. So what actually is metabolism? It's not one single thing like an engine in a car. It's way more complex. It's actually a whole collection of chemical reactions happening inside every single one of your cells all the time. It's literally the process that turns your lunch into life. And yeah, it's so much more than just burning calories. Your metabolism is what builds and repairs your body, from your muscles to your skin. It's what clears out all the waste products. Think of it less like a furnace and more like a bustling, nonstop chemical city inside you that never, ever sleeps. Okay, now that we've got a handle on the real science, let's circle back to our headline's magic ingredient, the red phenol. Let's treat this thing like a clue and see what's really going on. This is where you can really see the blend of science and salesmanship. Let's split them apart. Phenol, that's a totally legitimate scientific term. It's a class of compounds found in tons of plants. But then they add the word red. Red is not a scientific category. It's a marketing signal. It's designed to make you picture vibrant, healthy things like raspberries, cherries, pomegranates. It's an emotional word bolted onto a scientific one. It's pretty clever. You have to admit. So we have our ingredient. Now let's look at what this headline claims it can do. And that brings us to the biggest promise of all, packed into a single action word, resets. I mean, just think about that word for a second, reset. We reset our router when the internet goes out. We reset a password. It implies that something is broken and you can just hit a button and poof, it's back to its perfect, out-of-the-box condition. But do our bodies work like that? And that's really the heart of it. Your body is a biological system, not a piece of tech. It doesn't reboot, it adapts. Things like diet and exercise can influence how your metabolism functions over time, for sure. But there's no magic switch you can flip to restore it to some factory setting. We've looked at the science, the ingredient, and the promise. But now we get to what might just be the most powerful word in the whole headline, and it has absolutely nothing to do with science. That word is mysterious. The job of a word like mysterious is purely psychological. It creates intrigue, right? It makes it sound like a secret discovery that you're being let in on. And if something is a mystery, it's kind of hard to argue with it using logic, isn't it? That word is designed to bypass your critical thinking and go straight for your sense of hope and curiosity. Okay, we've taken the entire headline apart, piece by piece. Now let's put all these insights back together into a practical toolkit that you can use anytime you come across a claim like this one. It's a really simple 3-step process. First, find the promise. What's the verb? What are they saying this thing does? And then ask, is that biologically possible? Second, spot the buzzwords. Words like mysterious, ancient, secret. Those are giant flags for marketing, not science. And third, and this is the most important one, ask where the evidence is. Is there any actual data? A real breakthrough will have research to back it up. So there you have it. We've deconstructed the language of just one simple headline and found this potent mix of sciencey-sounding terms, emotional triggers, and an impossible promise. The goal here isn't to be cynical about everything. It's just to be a little more critical. So I'll leave you with a question to think about. With this new toolkit in mind, what will you see the next time you scroll?